Are there any health benefits to using an indoor sun lamp? Hank here with my review of the LASTAR 10,000 Lux Indoor Sun Lamp. The lamp has a suggested retail price of $29.99, but I was able to get mine for $23.99 on Amazon. Link in the description. The LASTAR Sun Lamp measures 5.3 inches by 4.7 inches by 2 inches. The lamp has 4 color temperatures and 5 brightness settings. The temperatures are 1600 Kelvin, 3000 Kelvin, 4500 Kelvin, and 6500 Kelvin. And the brightness levels are 5%, 10%, 40%, 70%, and 100%. The sun lamp has 4 timer and memory functions: 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes. When the timer is done, the lamp shuts off automatically. Now, prior to getting this lamp and trying it, my sleep had been kind of all over the place. I have an early morning job, and I was coming home from work, taking naps, and then staying up a little too late, and then repeat the cycle. So after a couple of weeks, these are just my personal findings. I am not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment purposes only, just to cover myself here. But after using this lamp, I used it every morning with the exception of one day. So in that time frame, I would use it for 20 minutes upon first waking up. Then I'd go to work, come home, and I would stay up until it was time to go to bed. The one day I didn't do that, I came home and slept for 3 hours, got up, and then stayed up later than I typically would. Is that just placebo effect? Is it just mere coincidence? It's only been a short time, but those are the results I've experienced so far. As time goes on, I'm going to continue to use it. I'm here in Michigan, where the sun goes down very early in the wintertime, and it can be quite depressing. That's why I got the lamp. It could just be placebo effect, and because I believe that something's going to happen, it's happening. Either way, I'm getting the results I want. We'll see over time, does that continue or does it get better, worse, etc. Obviously, I'll discontinue use once I can get real, true sunlight. But in Michigan, working early in the morning till afternoon and then having a lot of stuff to do inside in the afternoon, you miss out on a lot of sunlight, unlike the summertime. I did want to make sure I was clear on the contents of the box. Just getting the lamp and the adapter and some documentation. That's all that was in my box. When it comes to pros, this thing is really well built. It's got a good deal of heft to it, and the touch functionality on the buttons on the back work very well. Another pro is I like the auto shut off feature. I use it and then I get up and start doing what I need to do, and it shuts off automatically. Another pro is how bright you can set it on the highest setting. And keep in mind that another pro that ties right into that is it does not bother my eyes at all. And I also have noticed less sun sensitivity, like real sun sensitivity, when I leave work. Typically, I'm driving home and I'm squinting the entire time home. After I've been using this for a couple of weeks, on the drive home, I'm not affected by the sunlight. Another pro is the versatility in the color settings. So if you want it to look more yellowish, you got that. If you want it to look more white, you've got that. I like the whiter settings, and I tend to gravitate towards those. And lastly, on the pros, the touch settings on here are very, very easy to use, and they respond instantly upon touching them the way they're supposed to be. And I think the settings make sense. However, we're going to come back to that. As far as cons go, I do think these work a little too well, the sensitivity on these. So when I go to move it, if I'm facing like this and I'm going to move it a little bit, I will sometimes activate one of the buttons on the back. And that's a little annoying. Another thing about these capacitive buttons is I always forget the order in which they go in. I know it's only been a couple of weeks, and hopefully over time I'll get more comfortable on that. But I wish there were little hashes on the front that lined up with the icons on the back, or maybe just a tinier version of the icon up here on the front ridge. Some kind of indicator like that would be much appreciated. And then lastly, for me, is trying to get within the distance in which they say to have it towards your face. That can be a little difficult in my situation because I'm doing it upon waking and my nightstand is pretty short. So I'm kind of over the edge of the bed staring into my little light here. And I think it's more intended to be up on a desk or table or something like that. But that's just not my situation. So getting within that range, I'll put that range that they recommend on the screen. And that would be my only other nitpick con. Overall, I've gotten the success that I was hoping for using this device so far. Now, time will tell. Is this just a psychological thing, like a comfort blanket for me or something? I don't know. But I'm going to keep using it, and I'll continue to share my results online. So far, it seems to be working out really well for me. And if you've used this particular device or something like it, please comment below and let me know your results. Or if you end up getting one, give it a couple weeks and just comment on if it's working for you, not working for you. I would love to hear about it. And if you're wondering if you can increase your productivity with all this newfound energy, check out my review of this gravity timer on the screen now. Thank you.